Welcome back to Friday Night Live. We're still here at Shafter live. It is definitely live. People driving by, yelling, waving. It's a pretty crazy scene out here right after Shafter's 42-14 win against Strathmore. Now we're joined by head coach Ricky Ishida. Coach, thanks for being with us. And first of all, can you tell me sort of a little bit about that emotional moment before the game when you were presenting Moses' shirt to Eduardo?
Well, first, I'd like to thank you, Casey, and 20 Airline for allowing us to share our story about our brother Moses. And, you know, I'm sure that our boys appreciate it, and the program appreciate it, definitely the community appreciate it, I'm sure the parents appreciate it. So thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
You know, it's kind of hard to explain. You know, like I said before, death is kind of really tough to deal with. And, you know, our boys have done a pretty good job of it. You know, we've tried to handle it the best we can. But, you know, for the most part, our boys continue to honor him, and we kind of do everything in his name. We break our huddle, you know, Big Mo. So everything we try to do, we honor him, you know, because he loved the game of football. You know, and he obviously was a parent. You know, he came to practice with some energy and, you know, brought a different thing to the table. So we definitely try to honor him, and so, you know, our boys, we're pretty proud of our boys the way they handled it tonight.
And they definitely honored him with their play tonight. Yeah. Can you talk to me a little bit about what did you see from your guys? I know that it started off a little hectic. Penalties were the name of the game for both sides. Can you tell me a little bit about the positives that you take away from today?
Well, definitely, it's a rocky start. You know, I don't miss the first game jitters or whatnot, but, you know, we finished. You know, and we've been stressed and finished. And, you know, our guys should have good character tonight, you know, not as a team, you know. So as coaches, we're going to go back on the drawing board and take that as a positive and build from that.
You said that the word this year is finish. I mean, we referenced that 5-game losing streak at the top of the show. Have you been able to, as a head coach, pinpoint what created that? And if so, what have you told your guys about not letting that type of thing slip up again?
You know, that's kind of a hard question for us to answer. I think, you know, if we continue to talk about it, it's going to maintain in the back of our heads, and we're going to lose focus on this season. You know, for us to dwell on the past, and obviously it's a big learning curve, but we need to make sure that we continue to focus on each game and not take each opponent for granted. We need to make sure that we go in there and play our game, or stick to our game plan and execute, and, you know, just have our guys play.
And so you say your next opponent, you're going up north to Porterville to face Granite Hills. What do you feel? You said you got some of those jitters out. Now it's the first road game. Are there going to be some first road game jitters? What do you think about next week?
You know, we certainly hope not, you know, but, you know, it's a game of football, it's a game of emotion, you know, has up and downs, but, you know, if we do, we just have to, you know, weather the storm and go from there like we did today and just build from tonight, and carry it over to next week.
Real quick, if you were to give the game ball to somebody, or maybe a group of guys, who would the game ball go to in this opening week?
Oh, wow, tough question. There's a couple of ways I can pin out. You know, Juan Verdugo, you know, middle backer, you know, had some very big hits tonight, led our defense. But also Richie Denozian, you know, played our free safety, was kind of our quarterback, you know, making some coverage calls, checked some different things. On offense, obviously Kyle Millie played well, Gary played well. So, you know, I would give the group ball to those 4 guys.
Yeah,
so.
Awesome. All right, well, thanks for joining us today, Coach. Thanks for letting us into your program this past week and allowing us to tell your story, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much.
All right, when we come back on Friday Night Live, Kevin Keys, the coach, will join the set. We'll take a look at some of the other scores around Kern County. We'll be back.